Hi everybody, Matt here from Matt Likes Comics, and today I am doing my response to Allan's top 10 video challenge of the week, top books of the 2020s. Now, there's a bit of a recency bias in me because although I narrowed things down to 50 books, I in particular find that DC in the last year or so has really been kicking it well, and the books have been well written and well illustrated, and of course the covers are a knockout. So I managed to narrow it down to 10, and I have a chance to use a couple of slabs, so I'm very excited to be able to do that. There's a recency bias, as I said, a bit, but a lot of this is fun, and a lot of this is why I like comics, and it shows not just the covers itself, but the book, what the covers represent. Fun books that are fun to play with or read. You can play with them all you want. Hello, my name is Comic Book. But anyway, this is Justice League Unlimited 20. As people probably know, I'm a bit of a super fan. And the Superman movie of 2025, one of the best parts of the movie was the Justice Gang. Now, I like this cover because it has Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl, and Metamorpho from the Justice Gang as the three people, on the cover. Mr. Terrific is also on this team on this mission, but he didn't make the cover for whatever reason. But the fact that it's a Justice Gang, sort of Easter egg for those of us who enjoyed the Superman movie, I loved it very much. This is Justice League Unlimited 20. It's from 2026. Unfortunately, they don't put the dates on the cover anymore for DC. I'd have to open it up, and I'm not going to take that time at the moment. I'm simply just showing. Next up, Lobo 4. This is hilarious. It's Supergirl and Krypto versus Lobo and his dog. This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of awesomeness. And this story continues into the next book that I'm going to show. And if you like putting the comic in comic books, as I like to always say, well, this is your story. And honestly, if you just buy Lobo and didn't buy the Summer of Supergirl special, you're missing half the story, and it's absolutely hilarious. It's in the it makes you feel like the Justice League bwahaha is back, and that Keith Giffen was still alive to enjoy and do this book. Scotty Young is writing it, and he is doing an amazing job. Which brings us to Summer of Supergirl Special 1, which is my third choice. It's the follow-up to that one. There's 3 stories in this, but the first story is the second part of that one. And God, I actually laughed out loud a lot while I was reading both those books. In fact, I enjoyed it so much, I ended up reading it 3 times before I finally taped them up and put it away. So, Summer of Supergirl Special number 1. Next up, Superman 39. This is only a couple months old. This is awesome because, as everybody who knows DC would know, that Superboy Prime comes from our planet, and he's a comic nerd who managed to get superpowers. See DC Comics Presents 87 on how he got his powers. And of course, he's outside of the main continuity in most places, right? Because of his uniqueness as a character from our Earth. And because he's a comic fan, one of his biggest fears is being a comic himself. And sure enough, look at this. They made this story has about him being in a comic story, which he thought was cool at first, but then when he realized he was actually trapped in one, how he gets out is really cool. And the book, of course, is going to continue in the next issue. I believe this is the current issue of Superman as of this moment. This one came out a couple months ago. This is Action Comics 1098. And again, it's part of this whole reign of the Superboys, because if you know DCKO, Superman has gone missing afterwards for a bit. So Clark is not around. And each book has picked up a different member of the superhero, of the Superman family, to pick it up. And in this case, this is actually Clark Kent when he himself was Superboy. Because Mary Marvel, Martian Manhunter, and Booster Gold interestingly enough, 3 former members of the Justice League International, go back in time to look after young Clark to try and get to protect him and to maybe try to find clues to where Superman is actually at in our time. And so they end up helping out Superboy a bit. They're giving him little lessons on how to fly and things. But more importantly, they're there to help because, of course, there's a bad guy that's followed them back. Next issue of Action Comics is 1100 people. It's going to be big. So that's Action Comics 1098. My next book was an AOK from my friend Mike from Chonko Comics and Nerd Culture. He got this at the 2025 C2E2 where he went, and it's signed by Nick Surdy, who was the cover artist, and this is Superman 19. This is shiny. Look at the signature on the thing. I love this cover. This cover, in all of its forms, is quickly becoming a very popular cover. I'm starting to see the prices rise on this one. And I think it's just really cool. Next one I am picking because I've had the artist of this book on my channel, and he's from Toronto. He comes to Ottawa quite frequently. And I'm sure if you've watched my channel for a while, you've seen my interview with Mike Ruth. Well, this is his comic, his cover, which is cover D for Red Sonja, She-Devil with a Sword, #2. This came out a couple months ago as well. This is my favorite of the 3 covers he's done so far. That doesn't mean the other 2 aren't good, but I wanted to include one of, of somebody I knew, because he's pretty damn good. He's really good at doing these barbarian type covers from the Conan era. And it's not surprising because he's a big Conan fan, as am I. So this is Red Sonja #2. And the last raw one I have is, I picked this literally because Barbara Gordon looks absolutely adorable on this cover. And that's Barbara Gordon Breakout #1. She just looks amazing. This is an amazing cover. Great job. I'm not sure who did this cover. I believe it says Kershul or Kebshul. Let me just quickly grab my glasses here. Hello, I've just gained 20 years in an instant. Kershul. Okay, Kershul is the name down in the bottom here. Well, Kershul, great job. Great job on this cover. I like it. And now I get to look normal again. The last 2 books are slabs. This first one, they're both AOKs, by the way. This first one was from my good friend Stephen Kendler. We'll take it out of the bag. I love this. This is from 2022. This is Unbreakable Red Sonja #1. Now, I know that it's a photo cover and it's a cosplay cover, but I don't care. I love it. Keeping in mind that photo covers were considered cool from the 50s. I still consider them cool. And the last one, I was lucky enough to get this week. This was an AOK from Uncle Frank at Uncle Griff's Comics. Griff was really nice to send me this. This is from January 2026. It's actually cover dated. This is Supergirl #7, the Sozumaika cover. I love it. It just looks amazing. If you want to do your own channel, if you want to do your own video for this, just make a video, grab 10 of your favorite books from the 2020s, make a video, post it up with the hashtag Friday Comic Challenge. Make sure if you do so, you tag Allan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I'd love it if you tag me too, because I love these videos. Every Saturday morning, I go in and hit hashtag Friday Comic Challenge, and then I do it again on Sunday morning so I can catch the ones that I didn't catch the first time. I try to watch them all as much as possible. Thank you. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe below. If you've got a few minutes, check out my friend Ryan Jordan at Nefarious Comics. Also information below. Thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Matt. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Bye, everybody.